Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Marvel Snap. Today we're going to be talking about the patch notes that dropped. There was 4 cards that got changed, 2 buffs, 2 nerfs, pretty much. First we're going to talk about Drax, and then we're going to see what the creators had to say a little bit about it. So let's start here. It says Drax, we all know, he was a 4/5 on reveal. If your opponent played a card here this turn, +3 to the card, so he will become a 4/8. Now he is a 4/6 and he only gets the +2. So yes, he is still a 4/8, but you still get, I consider it a buff because you still get that +1 that you didn't have before, even if you missed the card, right? So let's see what they have to say about it. So it says here, the Guardians can create some of the most exciting gameplay in Snap with their predictive playstyle, while they've been doing better with the release of Nebula. And yes, Nebula has been an amazing card added to this deck. Why? Because not only we have Storm, now we have Nebula and Daredevil as well to help us with convincing your opponent to where to play the cards, pretty much, right? So control your opponent's card placement, which helps out a lot and gives you a lot of advantage for this type of gameplay. They are still performing poorly overall at the moment. Out of all of the Guardians, Drax stood out to us as the clearest buff candidate compared to other cards like Rock Slide and White Queen with good stats and a guaranteed upside. Drax had below average starts for a very inconsistent upside. We're giving him a small buff by moving some of his power from this ability to the base stats to improve his baseline performance. So yes, I think it's a buff because even though it's not a big change, I still think it's good that Drax gets at least that 1 point more if you are able to miss the card. Because cards 4/6 is pretty strong. We're talking about cards like, or that used to be Rock Slide. We're gonna see how it changed. But cards like Rock Slide, Enchantress, all those cards that drop just a 6 power just there, it's pretty strong. So I like the change, and I think I'm gonna be playing more Guardians now with this little change that they did. So now let's talk about Rock Slide. So Rock Slide, we had him. He was a 4/6. Shuffle 2 rocks into your opponent's deck. I don't think that changed. That didn't change at all. But now he is a 4/5. So they did drop 1 point, and let's see why. All right, it says Rock Slide's viability took a leap forward with the release of Darkhawk and Sabu. So it's easy to look at this nerf and assume that we're targeting Darkhawk by weakening one of his support cards. I don't see it that way, because if you're gonna target Darkhawk, then shuffle less rocks into the deck, you know? I don't feel like 1 point means that they are targeting Darkhawk specifically, right? But okay, so it says, and sure, you'd be right. Darkhawk has been one of the, I guess I was wrong. Darkhawk has been one of the 10 winningest, is that even a word? Cards in the game since release, and featured in multiple strong decks. In fact, Rock Slide often mirrors or improves upon Darkhawk's stats, as they are both in the top performing Dino Hawk decks. Since Rock Slide is easier to adjust, we're making this tweak with the aim of weakening that deck slightly. Again guys, 1 point, I don't think they are changing much. I don't see a big difference in decreasing a point. I see a difference in increasing a point, but decreasing the point, I mean, I don't see a difference of it affecting Darkhawk at all, because I think the buff for Darkhawk is the rocks, shuffling the rock in the deck. 1 point less, your Darkhawk is still going to be like a 20 or a 21, 24, depending on how many rocks you were able to shuffle into your opponent's deck. So I don't see this as targeting Darkhawk, but I mean, let's see what else we got here. I will still play Rock Slide no matter what. They didn't change my opinion of playing the card in the deck. But let's look at Enchantress. Enchantress, again, we're seeing her for the second time. So she was a 4/6. I'm guessing, yeah, they just drop her to a 4/5. So a 4/6 on reveal, remove the abilities from all ongoing cards at this location. Same effect, they just dropped her for 1 point. So I'm guessing they figured out it was too strong. Enchantress was too strong. It was so many points. 6 power, that's a lot for Enchantress, when she's able to just shut down Dinos, shut down Darkhawks. And I mean, let's see what they say. Enchantress has grown in popularity since our buff, of course, to her 2 weeks ago, which was expected. Well, we're excited about how much more she's affecting the meta. She's become one of the most played cards in the game. I told you, she is amazing. Who would not play her? She became a staple in the deck. 4/6 Enchantress was super strong. But let's see, we're optimistic that a small nerf to a 4/5 will put her in a good position going forward. But hey, it was fun while it lasted. Yes, it was fun, and it's still gonna be fun because 4/5 is still good. I don't think that's the big change. Like I said, I don't think a 4/6 to a 4/5 makes a big of a difference. And I feel like she's still strong. She'll still beat a Dino. She'll still beat a Darkhawk as well. A Morbius, she can still defeat a Null. I mean, she's just too strong, even when she was before. But okay, I guess they didn't like the 4/6. There's just too much power. Now let's talk about Venom. Venom got a buff, guys. So he was a 3/1. On reveal, destroy your cards at this location. Add the power to this card. So the effect still remains the same, but now he's a 3/3. Now you get a little advantage, a little startup with 3 points. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at a destruction deck coming up soon. So let's say what they want to say about Venom. Venom has been the worst destroy enabler for a while now, and I agree with that. Averaging lower power in destroy decks than his peers Deathlock and Carnage. Yes, because Deathlock and Carnage, they can be pretty strong. Deathlock is a 5, Carnage can be up to an 8 if you drop them with what, 3 cards on the field, and then you just keep buffing the Carnage. While he's in fringe usage in the decks with Taskmaster, we haven't seen any of them really take off. We'd like to give one of the Marvel's most iconic anti-heroes space to shine, so we're feeding him a hearty 2-power buff. Okay, I like Venom too. I think he's a really good character in Marvel, and I'm really glad that they gave him the buff. I would like to see more Venoms out there, and I would like to play destroy decks. I rarely play a destroy deck because I never get the cards that I need, of course. But I don't know. Now that we have Venom added into the list, I guess we can see how well he can perform, and that'll probably be the next video that I make. I'll make a destruction deck just to see how Venom, how that really affects the gameplay of the destruction deck. But let's look at locations. Let's see what do they have here. Okay, as our library of location increases, we'll be making ongoing adjustments to hit the sweet spots we like for dynamic games. To that end, we're reducing the appearances weights on a few of our existing locations, which means they'll show up less frequently in your games. It's unlikely that you'll consciously observe these changes, but we thought you'd like to know. Okay, so these locations are going to be showing up less after turn 3 shuffle. Okay, I did not like that at all. Turn 5 takes over. I didn't really mind that. After you play a card here, shuffle 3 rocks into your deck. Honestly, this was really good for Nebula. You can't play your first card here. This was also really good for Nebula. Only cards that cost 6 can be played here. Okay. Oh, the Sanction, they're dropping a little bit. And the Subterranea, shuffle 5 rocks. So the shuffling, I guess the shuffling, they want to see them less. Which kind of sucks because now that we have Nebula, these are like perfect locations for her. And I mean, once you're playing Nebula with Darkhawk, you throw a Nebula in one of these locations, and then every time your opponent drops there, they shuffle 3 rocks. Every time an opponent, yeah, anytime an opponent plays a card here, shuffle 3 rocks, and if they don't play it, Nebula gets the buff. So it was a pretty good location for Nebula. But let's see what else. I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it for the patch. This is kind of like a little summary so you guys can look it over. We have the Drax change, Rock Slide into a 5, Enchantress into a 5, and Venom into a 3. I don't know guys, just leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about the patch. What did you guys want to see different? What did you guys think that really affected a card? Do you guys think that the 1 point really ruined the card? Or how do you guys feel about Drax? How do you guys feel about the Guardians deck? I really do enjoy playing the Guardians deck, and I'm gonna start playing the Destruction deck just to check it out, just to see that Venom spark and increase in power, and just to see what deck best plays with Venom. Alright guys, well that'll be it for today. I will leave the link of the patch notes in the description so you guys can check it out yourselves. And if you guys want to see a Destruction deck, or if you want to see more of the Guardians of the Galaxy gameplay, just let me know in the comments and I will do that for you guys. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a destruction deck so you guys can check out how it works with this new Venom. Thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.